Welcome back to AFT Die Season 7. It is round 2 of Season 7, Saturday the 19th of October 2024. Let's go to the first game of the round. It's GWS Giants versus Port Adelaide at Giant Stadium. Let's go to the first quarter. First quarter's nearly done. Okay, the first quarter's done. GWS have kicked 4-3, 27 to 3-2, 20. Okay, let's go to the second quarter. And the second quarter, Port Adelaide, they've kicked 6 goals, 1 to GWS Giants, 2 goals, 6. And at halftime, Port Adelaide are leading by 12 points. Okay, let's go to the third quarter of the GWS Giants versus Port Adelaide game. Third quarter, Giants have kicked 5 goals, 1 to Port Adelaide, 3 goals, 3. And at three-quarter time, Port Adelaide are leading by 2 points. All right, let's go to last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, Port Adelaide have won by 13 points. They've kicked 6 goals, 5 to the Giants, 4 goals, 6. Final score, Giants 15-16, 106 to Port Adelaide, 18-11, 119. All right, let's go to the second game. It is West Coast Eagles versus Sydney Swans. And the Sydney Swans have kicked 5 goals, 1 to West Coast, 4 goals, 2. 5 points of difference at quarter time to Sydney. Let's go to second quarter. Second quarter, Sydney have kicked 4 goals, 2 to West Coast, 3 goals, 2. And at halftime, West Coast are down by 11 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, West Coast, they've come out and kicked 6 goals, 1 to Sydney, 2 goals, 3. And at three-quarter time, West Coast are leading by 11 points. 22-point turnaround in that quarter. Let's go to the last quarter to see who wins. And in the end, West Coast have won by 12 points. They kicked 6 goals, 2, and won the quarter by 1 point. And Sydney have kicked 6 goals, 1. Final score, West Coast 19-7, 121 to Sydney Swans 17-7, 109. All right, let's go to the third game. It's Geelong versus Western Bulldogs down at GMHBA Stadium. Bulldogs have come out. They've kicked 2 goals, 5 to Geelong, 1 goal, 2, 8. 9 points of difference to the Bulldogs. Second quarter. Second quarter, Bulldogs have kicked 5 goals, 3 to Geelong, 4 goals, 2. Half time, Western Bulldogs are 16 points up. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Bulldogs, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Geelong Cats, 4 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, the Cats are down by 25 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Bulldogs, they didn't win the quarter, but they won the game by 17 points. Cats, they kicked 4 goals, 6 to the Bulldogs, 3 goals, 4. And at final score, Geelong have kicked 13 goals, 16-94 to Western Bulldogs, 16-15, 111. And after that game, we've got Geelong on the bottom of the ladder with the Giants at the moment. Next game, we've got St Kilda versus Fremantle. St Kilda have come out. They've kicked 4 goals, 2 to Fremantle, 1 goal, 3. This is played at Marvel Stadium, second quarter. St Kilda have kicked 6 goals, 6 to Fremantle, 3 goals, 4. Half time, St Kilda are 37 points up. Let's go to the third quarter. If the Fremantle Dockers can come back. No, St Kilda, they've kicked 6 goals, 1 to 2 goals, 4 in that third quarter. And St Kilda have got a handy lead going into the last quarter. Last quarter, Fremantle, they kicked 6 goals, 3 to St Kilda, 1 goal, 3. But in the end, St Kilda have won by 28 points. Final score, St Kilda 17-12, 114 to Fremantle 12-14, 86. Let's go to the next game. It is Richmond versus Essendon, which is the match of the round for round 2. We've got Richmond. They've kicked 3 goals, 6 to Essendon, 2 goals, 3. Richmond are up by 9 points at quarter time. Let's go to the second quarter. Second quarter, Essendon, they've kicked 5 goals, 5 to Richmond, 5 goals, 1. And at half time, Richmond are up by 5 points, 55 to 50. Third quarter. Third quarter, Richmond, they've kicked 5 goals, 2 to Essendon, 1 goal, 6. And at three-quarter time, Essendon are down by 25 points, 62 to 87. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Essendon, they've won the quarter, but they did not win the game. Richmond won by 14 points. Richmond, they kicked 1 goal, 2 to Essendon, 3 goals, 1 in that last quarter. All right. Final scores, Richmond 14-11, 95 to Essendon 11-15, 81. Okay, let's go to the next game. It is Carlton versus Melbourne. Carlton, they've come out, they've kicked 5 goals, 5 to Melbourne, 3 goals, 1. Carlton are leading by 16 points, quarter one. Second quarter, Melbourne, they've kicked 5 goals, 6 to Carlton, 1 goal, 5 in that second quarter, and Melbourne are up by 9 points now. Leading going into the third quarter. Third quarter, very even. Carlton, they've won it by 3 points. They kicked 5 goals, 5 to Melbourne, 5 goals, 2. And Melbourne are up by 6 points. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Carlton, they've kicked 3 goals, 2 to Melbourne, 1 goal, 3. But in the end, Carlton have won by 5 points. They got over the line. Carlton final score 14-17, 101 to Melbourne, 14-12, 96. All right, let's go to the next game. It is Gold Coast versus Hawthorn at Metricon Stadium. We've got Gold Coast. They kicked 2 goals, 5 to Hawthorn, 1-5. 6 points the difference to the Gold Coast. Second quarter. Second quarter, Hawthorn, they've kicked 6 goals, 4 to Gold Coast, 5-2. And at half time, Hawthorn are leading by 2 points. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, Gold Coast, they've kicked 6 goals, 2 to Hawthorn, 4 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, Gold Coast are up by 6 points. Let's go to the last quarter. Let's see who wins. And in the end, Gold Coast, they've won by 17 points. They kicked 4 goals, 6 to Hawthorn, 3 goals, 1 in that last quarter. And the final scores, Gold Coast 17-15, 117 to Hawthorn 14-16, 100. All right, let's go to the next game. It is the second last game of the round. It is Collingwood versus Brisbane at the MCG. We've got the first quarter underway. Brisbane, they've kicked 4 goals, 1 to Collingwood, 3 goals, 5. Brisbane are up by 2 points at quarter time. Let's go to second quarter. Second quarter, Brisbane, they've kicked 6 goals, 3 to Collingwood, 2 goals, 3. And at half time, Collingwood are down by 26 points going into the third quarter. And the third quarter, Collingwood, they've kicked 3 goals, 6 to Brisbane, 2 goals, 2. And Brisbane are up by 16 points at three-quarter time, 78 to 62. Let's go to the last quarter. And the last quarter, Collingwood, they've kicked 6 goals, 6 to Brisbane, 4 goals, 3. Collingwood won the last quarter, but in the end, Brisbane have won by 1 point. Final scores, Collingwood 14-20, 104 to Brisbane 16-9, 105. Oh, what a close game that was. Let's go to the last game of the round. Round 2, Adelaide Crows versus North Melbourne. First quarter, Adelaide, they've kicked 5 goals, 6 to North Melbourne, 1 goal, 6. 4 goals down, North Melbourne. Second quarter, North Melbourne, they've kicked 5 goals, 5 to Adelaide, 2-4. And at half time, Adelaide Crows are in front by 5 points, 52 to 47. Let's go to the third quarter. Third quarter, we've got North Melbourne kicking 3 goals, 4 to Adelaide, 2 goals, 6. And at three-quarter time, Adelaide are winning by 1 point, 70 to 69. Let's go to the last quarter of this round. And in the end, North Melbourne, they've kicked 4 goals, 6 to Adelaide, 3-6. But in the end, North Melbourne have won by 5 points. The final scores, Adelaide 12-22-94 to North Melbourne 13-21-99. Well, that concludes round 2 for AFT Dice Season 7. We've got in the top 4, we've got North Melbourne on top. They've got a winning streak of 2. We've got Richmond, St Kilda, Port Adelaide in the top 4. They've won 2 as well. And then the remaining 4 teams in the 8, we've got Brisbane on 2 wins, 0 losses, and Carlton with 2 wins, 0 losses. And then we've got Sydney and Melbourne rounding out the 8. And then on the bottom, we've got GWS Giants with a series of teams. We've got GWS Giants on the bottom. Then we've got Essendon in 13th, Adelaide 14th, Hawthorn 15th, Fremantle 16th, and Geelong Cats in 17th, who have not won a game for the season. All right. We'll see you next time on AFT Dice Season 7 for Match of the Round, Round 3, North Melbourne versus Port Adelaide.